Hello, Senior Instructor here, John Mandela with another screencast. This one covering some CSS basics. I know there's some other videos you've seen about that, but this one is really going to cover the tag CSS selector, which means it's going to be a CSS selector based on things that already exist in HTML, things like the heading 1 and the paragraph tag and the heading 2 tag and things like that. So, for example, let's say I want all my heading 1s to be red. Well, what I'm going to do, I could go to my CSS styles panel over here. At the very bottom, there's a little new CSS rule. I can click on this, and it's going to give me options from this drop-down. It's very important you select the right one. So in this case, I want to redefine an HTML element. Like I said, things that already exist in HTML code, which is, in this case, going to be heading 1, paragraph, and heading 2. So I'm going to go with tag, and it's going to guess p tags. Let's say I actually want to change it to the h1. If you're unsure which one it is, there's even a drop-down based on bunch of different ones, but that's a huge drop down. So we'll go to H1 and I'll hit OK. And I can change the font if I want it to be, let's just say I want it to be this font, and I can, this color, let's say I want it to be this reddish color here. And I can hit apply. You can see that it does it live for me right there. And let's say I want it to be bigger. Let's say that big, and there we go. That's what I want for my heading. I can also adjust a number of different things. So let's say I want all of it to be, uppercase. I can go to text transforms it to uppercase and apply it. And what you notice is as I do this over here, it creates the proper markup over here. So H1 space. I don't need anything around it. Just H1 because it's a tag space, and then a left brace, and all of these CSS declarations listed line by line, and then notice that they all have to have a semicolon at the end of it. And then when I'm done with defining what H1 is going to be, I have a right brace. So let's say that's good for now. If I wanted to, I could do other things, like maybe I want them all to have a background color of a light yellow color. I can apply that like that. So all kinds of things I can do. That looks kind of goofy though, I don't really want that. I'll set that back to none. And then maybe I want a border underneath it. So I don't want the same for all these. I want a bottom border. Let's go with dotted. I'll enter in 2 pixels, and the color, maybe I want it to be a dark gray color, and I'll apply it. You can see it's like that. Hit OK. Boom. Now, that's fine. And what's great is I don't need to do anything different in my HTML because I've already tagged it as H1, so it's going to take whatever the H1 attributes are. Now, H2. Let's make another one. So you can either hit the new CSS rule button again, or just follow the same style as this. H2, what do I want it to be? Okay, well, you know what? This is simple to copy and paste. So I'm just going to go, yeah, that font is fine for that. Let's copy that. And I'm going to paste that right here. There we go. And next I want color. And let's see here. Look at this. If I click color here, I get a little color picker. So I'm going to go with, I want these to be, I don't know, let's go with a purpley red color, something like this. And that's good. And font size, let's go with 24 pixels. And I don't want uppercase, I don't want a border, so I'm going to leave that one alone, right brace. And I will notice that nothing's changed over here. If I hit refresh either here or here, it'll change. So now it looks like that. And because heading 2 tag was applied here and here, anything that has H2 is going to take that on. Now what's great is it's totally flexible. So let's say like, oh, wait a minute, this actually is supposed to be another major heading, this another subheading. So I'm going to change. This is a major heading, right? Something like that, for example. Then I just change this to a 1, this to a 1, refresh it, boom. So if you're all familiar with paragraph styles and character styles in InDesign, this works very much the same way. Up here, we're going to define what the style is going to be like, font, color, size, blah, 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 underline, whatever. And down here is where we determine what gets that style applied to it. And you can change it, whatever. So that's a real quick introduction to using CSS for tags, all right, which are things that already exist in HTML.